The ship Star Runner was never meant to land on Zurn. Okay, it was a transport ship carrying 10 human scientists and soldiers through deep space. But when a strange signal jammed their systems and their engines failed, they had no choice. Crashed into the surface of the alien planet hard, everyone survived. But the ship was badly damaged. They were stranded. Captain Reyna stood outside the wreck, looking at the strange green sky. We need shelter. Find food, water, something. She said to her team. Dr. Malik, the lead scientist, pointed to something huge in the distance. Look, what is that? It looked like a massive building, half buried in a mountain. Metal walls, tall towers, and fences with glowing lights. The walls were marked with alien symbols. They moved closer. As they entered, the doors opened by themselves. No guards, no signs of life, but inside, they found something none of them expected. A zoo. Cages filled with creatures from different worlds. Some looked like dragons, others like walking spiders with human faces. Some floated. All of them looked dangerous, and all of them were quiet, as if something had scared even them. Are they alive? Asked Sergeant Lowe, his hand on his weapon. Dr. Malik checked the scanner. Yes, but they're calm. Calm. They walked deeper inside, passing more cages. Each one was labeled in a strange alien language. There were also numbers security. Levels. Most were level 3, level 5. Then they reached a door marked, Level 9 do not open. Everyone stopped. Level 9, Captain Reyna said. That's the same level as the beast we passed earlier, the one that eats stars. The door slid open slowly. Behind thick glass was a simple cage. Inside it stood a hippo, just a regular Earth hippo. It stood in the middle of a metal floor, not moving. Small ears flicked once. Its large mouth opened in a yawn. That's it, Sergeant Lowe laughed. That's the level 9 threat. Dr. Malik's hands trembled. This can't be. He looked around and found a control panel. It had a playback button. He pressed it. A hologram appeared of an alien, speaking in deep, shaking words. The translator turned the speech into English, captured it from Planet 3, called Earth. We thought it was just an animal. It killed the first hunting. Team, we sent robots. It broke them. We tried poison. Didn't work. We tried to burn it. It walked through fire. It does not fear. It does not stop. We cannot kill it. We call it the Silent One. The crew went quiet. It's just a hippo, Lowe said again, but softer now. They watched another recording, this time a creature 10 times bigger than the hippo was dropped into the cage of her car, known as one of the most dangerous beasts in the galaxy. It had mind-piercing screams, razor claws, and armor like a tank. It roared. The hippo didn't move. The Verkar charged. Suddenly, the screen turned to static. When it came back on, the Verkar was gone. Just gone. No body. No blood. Nothing. The hippo stood where it always stood, blinking slowly. Captain Reyna stepped back. Why? Why didn't anyone tell us? Dr. Malik answered, maybe no one believed it. Maybe they thought it was a mistake. But this isn't just an animal. It's something else. Just then, the alarms blared. Warning. Containment breach. Level 9 door dash unlocking. Everyone turned to the hippo's cage. The doors hissed. The red lights flashed. Seal it. Stop it. Shouted Lowe, but the system didn't respond. The cage door opened. The hippo walked out slowly. No roar. Just heavy steps. Boom, boom, boom. It walked right past them. Didn't look. Didn't care. As it passed the other cages, the deadly creatures inside backed away. Some hissed. Some shook, but only one screamed. The Verkar in the far left cage, the same species as the one from the video, roared in pure terror. It slammed against its cage, trying to get away from the hippo. It's afraid, Dr. Malik whispered. The beast that eats minds is afraid. The hippo didn't even glance at it. It just kept walking down the hall, into the shadows. It's disappearing into the darkness. The humans stood frozen. It was just a hippo, until it made the deadliest beast. In the galaxy? Scream. No one spoke for a long time. The team stood there, staring at the empty cage. The hippo was gone. It had walked away slowly, silently, without hurting anyone. But somehow that made it worse. It didn't need to roar or fight. Didn't need to prove anything. It was already feared. Captain Reyna looked at the alien control panel. Can we track it? Dr. Malek checked the system. There are no trackers on it. They must have tried, but maybe it removed them. An animal can't do that, Sergeant Lowe muttered. Dr. Malek stared at him. Exactly. But this thing isn't normal, Reyna pointed at the screen. Get me everything this zoo has on it. Every file. Every log. I want to know why a peaceful-looking hippo is kept in level 9 next to galaxy killers. Malek nodded and started searching the files. The rest of the team locked down the room. Weapons ready, eyes on every hallway. No one wanted to run into the silent one in the dark. After a few minutes, Malek pulled up a strange report. This is from over 80 years ago. First contact with the creature. He read the translated text aloud. Subject captured on Earth during silent invasion. Attempt. Believed to be harmless. Initial scans showed no special abilities. Subject placed in low security cell. Within 2 hours, subject broke through reinforced walls, using only its body. Security drones responded with stun beams. No effect.
Plasma.
Weapons used. No effect. Fire trap activated. Subject walked through it. Sensors recorded no pain. Finally, acid chamber triggered. Subject paused for 7 seconds, then walked through the acid unharmed. DNA scan suggested constant adaptation. Healing rate. Extreme cellular strength. Unknown. Mental resistance. Complete. Malek paused. This isn't an animal. This is something more. Something nature didn't mean to create. But it's just a hippo, Lowe said again, his voice unsure now. No, Malek replied. It looks like one, but maybe it's been hiding. Maybe Earth gave birth to something the universe wasn't ready for. Reyna frowned. You think Earth accidentally created a weapon? Malik shook his head. Not created, just evolved. Slowly, quietly, and because humans never feared hippos, no one noticed. Suddenly the screen flashed red. Cage breach detected, section Delta-5. Lowe checked the map. That's where the other Verkar is. It's the one that screamed earlier. They pulled up the camera feed. The hallway was empty. Then the camera glitched. For a split second, they saw it. The hippowalking.com. Silent. Slow. Then the feed went. Black dot when power came back. The cage was destroyed. The creature inside gone. No blood. No body. Nothing. Dr. Malek whispered. It's doing it again. Captain Reyna clenched her jaw. But why? Why now? Another file loaded on screen. A private log from one of the alien scientists, written years ago. We don't know what it wants. It doesn't attack unless something moves first. But sometimes it chooses. No pattern. There's no reason. It just decides. And when it decides, nothing can stop it. The room felt colder now. Sergeant Lowe sat down, shaking his head. We were scared of the wrong things. Dragons, mind beasts, tentacle monsters. All of them made noise. All of them tried to show power. But this one doesn't need to. Dr. Malek nodded, as it knows it's the strongest. It doesn't need to chase. It doesn't need to roar. Just then, they heard footsteps. Heavy, slow. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone froze. Guns ready, Captain Reyna whispered. They pointed their weapons at the door, but nothing came. The footsteps stopped. Then silence. Lowe swallowed. What if it's watching us? Malek turned pale. If it wanted to hurt us, we'd already be dead. Reyna lowered her gun slightly. We need answers. Real answers. Run a full DNA scan from the sample we got earlier. Let's find out exactly what this thing is. They returned to the lab area of the zoo, where earlier teams had taken small tissue samples for study. The samples were stored in a glass pod, but when they opened the pod, the sample was gone, burned, melted. Only ash remained. How? Malek gasped. This pod was sealed. Another message blinked on the lab screen. Unauthorized scan detected. Access denied. Raina's eyes widened. It knew we were scanning it. Malik whispered. It doesn't just walk through fire or acid. It senses tech. Knows when it's being watched. It's smarter than we thought, Sergeant Lowe added, and it doesn't want to be studied. The final log appeared on the alien database. The last words ever written by the zoo's original director. We tried to understand it. We tried to trap it. Tried to kill it. Now we only run, and still. It follows. Everyone stared at the screen. A creature from Earth. A hippo. Still. Alive after all attacks. Still moving. Still choosing. And now it had chosen them. For 2 days, the human crew stayed inside the zoo control center. They kept all doors locked, all weapons loaded. No one wanted to see the hippo again, but it was already too late, because it was still there. Watching, waiting, Captain Raina stood. In the dark command room, eyes fixed on the camera screens. Most of them didn't work anymore. The ones that did showed only quiet hallways and flickering lights. Dr. Malik worked beside her. I've run all the logs. It's not killing for food. It doesn't even eat the creatures it destroys. Then, why does it do it? Raina asked. I don't think it wants to kill, Malik said slowly. I think it just doesn't care what's in its way. Suddenly the lights blinked. All screens turned red. Alert power failure sector B2. That was the energy zone. The place that powered the whole zoo, including the cage locks. Raina, hit her comes. Low status, Medic answered. Then Low's voice something. Just hit the main power core. We're losing containment. Every cage is starting to fail. Outside the control room, metal doors clanged open. Roars filled the air. Screeches, hisses, growls. Dozens of cages were unlocking. The zoo was no longer a prison. It was a war zone. Get to the lower hallway, Raina shouted. We need to restart the backup core. The team ran, weapons ready. Lights above flickered as creatures moved through the halls, some crawling on walls, others running on claws. But they all avoided one direction. None of them went near the main corridor. None of them went near the hippo. Down in the power core, Sergeant Lowe fought to reset the systems. Dumbed. Sparks flew from broken wires. It's no use. Something melted the inside. It wasn't a normal attack. It was focused. Malik asked. You mean planned? Yes, Lowe said, like it wanted the power off. That's when the metal floor beneath them shook. Boom, 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 boom. Heavy steps. Slow steps. Raina looked down the hallway. The hippo was walking toward them. Same calm face. Same quiet eyes. Lowe raised his gun. Do we shoot? Raina didn't answer. The hippo walked past them without even looking. Then it stopped, turned its head, and stared at a wall. That wall held another cage, one marked as level 8. Inside was a beast called the Skarnaka. Creature made of living metal, it roared, shaking its cage. The hippo just looked at it then. With one quick step, it slammed its head into the cage door. Crash. The door shattered like glass. The Skarnak lunged. It roared, metal claws slashing. The hippo opened its mouth and bit that. There was no scream. Just silence. Then sparks. Then nothing. When the smoke cleared, the Skarnak was gone. The hippo stood in the middle of the mess.com, unhurt and did something new. It looked directly at the humans. Raina felt her chest tighten. It had never looked at them before, never reacted, never cared. But now it saw them, and worse, it recognized them. Malik whispered, It's choosing again. Suddenly alarms rang through the halls. Warning. Outside. Life forms detected. Raina checked. The screen. Ships are landing outside. Alien forces. Not ours. Dr. Malik's face turned pale. It's them. The ones who built this zoo. It's the ones who tried to kill it before. Troop ships opened. Soldiers in alien armor entered the zoo. Weapons. Ready? Maybe they're here to help, Lowe said. But no one believed that. A deep voice came from the speakers. It's translated into English. This message is for all human survivors. Leave the building now. We have come to erase the mistake. You do not understand what you have found. You are in danger. Raina grabbed her. Come. We can work together. Don't need the alien voice cut her off. You don't understand. We are not here to save you. We are here to kill the creature before it remembers too much. Raina turned to Malik. Remembers what? Before he could answer, another explosion rocked the base. One of the alien tanks opened fire. Gas and fire poured into the hallways and through it all. The Hippo kept walking, unaffected. Unaffected. You would walk through flames. Like it was walking through water, it turned a corner and was gone again. But not before looking back. One last glance at them. Malik's voice was quiet. It knows we brought the aliens. It knows we told them it was still here. Raina whispered. What happens now? Lo gave the answer none of them wanted. It's loose, and now it's angry. The alien attack had failed. Their soldiers were fast. Their weapons were powerful. Their machines were built for war. But none of it mattered. Not against the silent. Won the Hippo. Every camera in the zoo caught the same thing: flashes of fire, bodies falling, tanks melting. And the Hippo walking calmly through it all? It didn't charge. It didn't roar. It just moved forward, slowly, without fear. And everything in its way vanished. Back in the ruined lab, Dr. Malik stared at a blood-stained slide under the microscope. It held something rare, small skin flake from the creature left behind when it brushed against a wall. He had to work fast. Every moment they stayed here, they were in danger. Captain Raina stood by the door, weapon ready. Tell me you found something useful. Malik didn't look up. Yes, but I don't think you'll believe it. Try me. He zoomed in on the screen. This DNA. It's not like anything we've ever seen. Not human, not alien. It's something else. What do you mean? He pointed. Normal DNA has 2 strands. This has 5. And the 5th strand keeps changing, adapting, fixing. It evolves every second. Right now, as we speak, it's learning. Raina frowned. Learning what? Malik took a deep breath. Everything. Pain. Weapons. Death. It remembers every time it's attacked. And then it becomes stronger. Smarter. He pulled up old zoo. Logs. See this? A laser once cut into its skin. 1 hour later, the same laser had no effect. Its body adjusted. Raina whispered, that's not natural. No, Malik agreed. It's not. This isn't just an animal. It's a perfect survival machine. Raina's face turned cold. Are you saying it can't be killed? Malik shook his head. Worse, I'm saying the more we try, the stronger it becomes. Just then, Sergeant Lowe rushed into the room, covered in dirt and sweat. We've got a bigger problem. What now? Raina asked. Lowe held out a data chip. I found this in the alien ship's memory bank. It has records long, secret ones. They played the file. An alien scientist appeared in hologram form, speaking in their native tongue. The translator turned it into English. We once believed our war. Beasts were the top of creation. But long ago, our scouts found signs of something hidden on a small blue planet Earth. A creature that had no fear, no understanding of danger. It fought rhinos. It bit crocodiles. It ran through gunfire. It killed for space, not food. We sent a test ship. It never returned. So we tried again and again. Each time it adapted, learned. We called it the Silent One. It doesn't kill to win. It kills to survive, and survival is its only rule. The message ended with 5 words in red: do not awaken the beast. Raina sat down slowly. So Earth had this, all along, and no one knew. Lowe added, we put hippos in zoos. It joked about them. But in truth they were hiding. Malik spoke softly. Maybe Earth's creatures evolved differently. Maybe something in our planet made this one perfect. Not the smartest, not the biggest, but unstoppable, Raina said. And now that we brought it back into the galaxy. Malik nodded. He remembers. Not just us, but everything. Outside. The zoo was silent. All the other creatures, monsters from 100 planets, were hiding. The alien ships were burning, and in the center of the chaos stood the hippo, still watching, thinking. Back in the lab, Malik's computer beeped. Another DNA result was ready. He opened it. His eyes went wide. "No," he whispered. Reyna turned to him. "What now?" "This fifth DNA strand. It's not just learning from damage. It's copying. Things. Copying what?" Malik showed her the screen. "It now has traits from plasma weapons, acid, electric traps, even us. Our brainwave patterns, our speech rhythms. It's been near us long enough to start understanding." Reyna stared at the data. "Are you saying it's becoming aware?" Malik didn't answer, because just then, the lab lights turned off. A soft glow lit the hallway. The sound of heavy steps echoed. Outside, boom, boom, boom. The hippo had returned. It stood at the doorway. No glass, no cage, just distance. And for the first time, it opened its mouth. No growl, no roar, but a sound. A strange, broken word. ... survive. Reyna stepped back. It spoke. Low raised his gun. It spoke. Malik whispered. It learned our language. The hippo stared at them for a long moment. Then slowly it turned around and walked away. As it disappeared into the firelit zoo, Reyna said what they were all thinking. "It's not just surviving anymore." Leek finished the sentence. "It's becoming something more." The news spread like fire across the stars. A creature from Earth, a hippo, had destroyed an entire alien strike force. It survived every weapon. It walked through tanks and acid. Spoke a word. Survive. Now the galaxy was afraid. On the war moon Kothar, the leaders of 5 alien empires gathered. They watched the zoo footage on a giant screen. Burning ships, melting beasts, and the silent creature walking through the chaos. One general, tall, being made of living crystal, slammed his fist on the table. "It must be tested, if it wants. War. We will give it war." Another, a shadow-covered alien with no face, spoke softly. "This thing doesn't fight for war. It fights to exist." The Kothar warlord stood. "Then let us test what it is. We bring the best, strongest, the deadliest creatures from all across the stars. Let it face them all. Let the galaxy see what happens." The others agreed. The arena of Titans would be opened. 2 weeks later, the war arena, the arena was the size of a city. It's built in deep space, floating between dead planets. No rules, no walls, just survival. Tens of thousands of aliens filled the seats, watching through massive screens. Billions more watched from across the galaxy. Commentators spoke in many languages, but all said the same thing. This is the creature from Earth. The one that made the Verkar scream. The one that cannot die. The silent one. It stood in the middle of the arena, alone, quiet, still, just a hippo. The first challenger was released. Gornak, the Bone Eater, 4-headed beast from the planet Trelvok. Did acid spit, and teeth the size of blades. It roared. The hippo didn't move. Gornak charged. In one flash, the hippo opened its mouth, and bit one head gone. Another swipe. The second head snapped like paper. Gornak screamed. The hippo slammed forward and crushed the beast to the ground. The crowd went silent. The match was over in 6 seconds. The second challenger, the fire serpent, living flame that burned through planets, it surrounded the hippo in fire, but the hippo walked through the heat, skin glowing, not burning. It bit once and the flame vanished. The serpent was gone. They kept coming. The iron colossus crushed. The shadow beast ripped apart. The war dancer of Lorne flattened. Each time, the galaxy watched. Each time, the hippo remained still, until the moment it moved, and when it moved, everything ended. Back on planet Zarnak, Captain Reyna and Dr. Malik watched the battles from the ruined zoo lab. "This isn't a test," Reyna said. "It's a message." Malik nodded. "Want to prove they can kill it?" But instead, they're showing it everything. Reyna's eyes widened. They're feeding it data. Every fight, every move, every weapon. The Hippo saw it all, and it remembered. Back in the arena, after the final challenger fell, the stadium went silent. Then the Hippo did something new. It looked up right at the cameras, right at the T.
Galaxy.
And it spoke again, louder this time. Word enough. Then, without warning, it turned and began walking toward the arena wall. Guards moved to block it. Energy shields lit up. The Hippo didn't stop. It walked through the shields. The light bent and died. It stepped onto the space. Bridge. Aliens panicked. The galaxy had just learned a terrible truth. The Silent One was no longer staying in cages. Later that night, in a DeepMind interview, one of the arena's builders was asked, "Did you design an escape route?" He answered with shaking hands, "No, it didn't escape. It was never trapped. It only played along, until it was bored." In the days that followed, stars went dark, scout ships disappeared. Some were found empty. No damage, just gone. Every place where death had visited, a message was left behind. 3 words, carved into metal, into stone, into bone. Let it be. In the shadows of the Galactic Council, whispers began. The Silent One had faced every beast, had seen every weapon, and, now, it was free after the arena. The galaxy changed. Worlds that once called humans weak now stayed silent. Empires that ruled with fear now watched with fear of their own, because the creature they had laughed at her, Hippo from Earth, had destroyed. Every monster they threw at it, and then it walked away, unafraid, untouched, unstoppable, at the Galactic War Council. Leaders of many worlds met in secret. "This creature is dangerous," one said. "If there are more like it on Earth, the humans, may be the most powerful species in the galaxy." "Cannot wait," another said. "We must strike now, before Earth becomes a threat." Not everyone agreed, but fear is louder than reason. They sent 10 war fleets toward Earth, fast, silent, deadly. The mission had one goal: wipe out humanity, back on Zarnak. The remains of the alien zoo Captain Reyna and Dr. Malik received the transmission. Reyna stood frozen. "They're going to destroy Earth?" Malik nodded slowly. "I think the Hippo is just the beginning. That Earth has more, but it doesn't," Reyna whispered. "Never did. Just one. One was enough." Malik's voice was heavy. "And now, they've made a mistake." The fleets reached Earth orbit in 5 days. 10,000 ships surrounded the planet. They aimed their weapons plasma beams. Starbreakers. Gravity drills. The humans didn't fire, didn't fight. They simply waited then. The sky opened. One by one, the ships began to disappear from the scanners. Not destroyed, just gone. No explosions, no wreckage, just silence. The few ships that tried to escape sent one final message before vanishing. A whisper across space. "It's here." Back on Zarnak, the last alien survivor of the Zuan old, scarred scientist spoke to Reyna. "You don't understand." He said, "We found it on Earth thousands of years ago, before humans even had machines." "What happened?" Reyna asked. "We tried to capture it. It escaped. It vanished into your wildlands." Reyna's eyes widened. "It lived among animals? For centuries?" "Yes. And during that time, it forgot us. It forgot war." Malik whispered. "But now that we brought it back," the alien nodded, "it remembers." That same day, a ship fell from space into the sea near Antarctica. It had no crew, no power, only a message carved into the outside hull and perfect. "English Earth is under protection." Across the galaxy, fear grew. Planets locked down, borders closed, some races tried to hide. Others begged for peace, but the Hippo was nowhere to be found. Only signs at the ruins of the Galactic War Council. Silence. At the wreck of a fleet above. Mars. Emptiness. Only 3 ships survived from the 10 fleets sent to Earth. They returned. Home without answers. But their captains were never the same. Eyes wide, voices shaking, they said only one thing. We saw it. It walked through space, like it was walking through grass. Inside the ruins of a space station, someone found strange writing burned into steel walls. 5 simple words. Do not come for Earth. Back on Zarnak, Malik sat alone, studying. The DNA again. He whispered, we didn't discover it. We disturbed it. Reyna entered the lab. No new signals, no attacks. It's just quiet. That's not good, Malik said. It means it's finished with them. But it might not be finished with us. Reyna looked out the window at the stars. What does it want? Malik shook his head. Maybe nothing. Maybe it only wanted to go home, and we should be safe, she said. Malik stared at the DNA chart glowing on the screen. No, he said, because now it knows we sent them. In the shadows of deep space, on a forgotten moon, a small alien ship tried to land. The crew thought they were safe far from Earth, far from war, but something was already there, waiting, a shape in the dark, 2 eyes and heavy. Steps, boom, boom, boom. The last sound they heard was not a roar. It was a word, home. The stars had gone quiet. No war fleets moved, no hunters chased, no explorers searched. After the Earth attack failed, the galaxy held its breath. Everyone waited, but no one spoke of it, not out loud. They were afraid the silent one might hear them. On a frozen moon near the edge of known space, a hidden monastery sent out a distress signal. It reached the ruins of Zarnak, where Captain Reyna and Dr. Malik still remained. The signal was short, only 6 words. The beast has come for truth. Reyna looked at Malik. It's moving. It's not hiding anymore. Malik nodded, searching for something. Not revenge, something else. So they followed the signal to the monastery. When they arrived, they found no monks, no bodies. Only wind, ice, and deep claw marks across the stone walls. In the center chamber, they found one thing untouched, a glowing cube, left by the ancient ones. It was over 10,000 years old. Malik activated the cube. A voice began to speak, not human, not alien, something older. We thought we had found an animal. We were wrong. It was not born, it was not evolved. It was left behind. By something greater. Reyna's heart beat faster. What does that mean? The cube continued. The creature you call Hippo is only the shell. Inside it lives an ancient course, something made long ago. A perfect survival engine. You do not know who built it, but they seeded it on Earth before humans walked upright. It slept. It learned. It copied. Until we found it. Until we tried to break it. And now it remembers. Reyna looked at Malik, pale. You mean it was planted on Earth? It's like a weapon? Malik whispered. No, not a weapon. A test. In the stars, strange events began. Time signals were lost. Star maps changed. Entire systems blinked out and came back. Empty. No light, no sound. Just a strange mark left behind. Burned into satellites, scratched into moons, drawn in the dust of dead planets. Remember me. One by one, the oldest beings in the galaxy came out of hiding. A star being from the gas planet Mir told a story that had been buried for ages. Long ago, a great race walked the stars. They built creatures, living machines made for learning and survival. They sent them across galaxies, then vanished. The Hippo was one. It's not the most powerful, not the smartest. It's just the most patient. It waited for eons. It lived quietly until someone made it remember on a deep space station. The last living builder of the Zarnak Zoo recorded his final message. His hands shook. His eyes were hollow. We thought it was dumb, beast, a joke. We laughed when it ignored us. We didn't know it was watching. It's every cage, every test. We didn't know it could feel. It's remembering all of us. He ended the recording with one last word. Run. Back on Earth, strange things happened. Animals grew restless. Satellites picked up strange signals patterns matching the Hippos. DNA, but no one could find it. Not on land, not in oceans, not even in orbit. Then, one night, every screen on Earth went black, every phone, every signal, and a message appeared. Not spoken, just shown. A shape, a hippo, and 2 words below it. You're safe. Reyna stood on the bridge of a human ship, staring at the screen. She whispered, "It still protects us, even after everything." Malik replied, "It was placed on Earth. It grew with us. It chose us. But why now?" she asked. "Why show itself now?" Malik looked at the stars. "Because we reminded it who it was. Now, and now it remembers everyone who tried to destroy it." In a distant part of the galaxy, far from Earth, a planet once full of warlords went silent. When a scout ship visited, they found no life. Only one crater, and at its center, deep footprints, large, heavy, leading away. Boom, boom, boom. The Silent One had not just remembered its past, it had remembered its mission: to survive, to protect, and to finish what was started long ago. The galaxy stood still. No one dared move. No one dared speak. Across 10,000 star systems, governments shut down their fleets. War factories stopped building. Weapon labs went dark because the Silent One was awake, and it remembered everything. Captain Reyna and Dr. Malik sat aboard Earth's last deep space station. Orbiting high above their home planet, they watched the stars. Some no longer shined. "Whole systems are vanishing," Malik whispered. "Not destroyed, just removed." Reyna stared at the screen, like they never existed. "Yes," he said, "like they were never there to begin with." From the center of the galaxy, a secret signal reached Earth. It came from the architects, a race thought long dead. The message was short. "Your protector is one of ours. We left it behind on purpose. It was our final creation, our last test, to see who would survive and who would deserve to." Malik read it twice. He built it and gave it to Earth. Reyna asked why. "Earth," Malik slowly said. "Maybe because Earth had something others didn't, not just life, but life that fought to live." In the far reaches of space, a final alliance was formed. The last war leaders of the galaxy came together is that once hated each other. They had only one goal now: stop the beast. They built the biggest weapon ever made, a star-sized cannon, powered by collapsing suns. They called it the End Fire. It was aimed at the Silent One's last known location. They fired a beam of light so powerful it tore a hole in space. It struck the target. The planet broke. Part stars blinked out silence for 1 hour. They thought they had one, until they saw the shadow walk out of the light unburned. Unburned. You and both. Still remembering. And then, the galaxy itself began to change. Planets rearranged. Star paths twisted. Laws of physics bent. Malik stared at the data. It's not just a creature anymore. It's connected to space, to memory, to reality. Reyna whispered. It's rewriting the galaxy. Not with rage, not with hate, but with something worse: judgment. On hundreds of alien worlds, skies opened, and a message appeared, burned into clouds, carved into mountains, echoed in thought. You broke the rules. You hunted the weak. Caged what should have been left free. Now you live by mine. Just like that, power systems shut down. Weapons rusted. Ships fell from orbit, gently, softly, as if placed on the ground. The galaxy was being reset. On Earth, people walked outside and looked at the stars. For the first time in history, no satellites buzzed, no warships hovered, no enemy signals blinked, just peace, pure silence. Reyna stood on a high mountain and looked up. "What now?" she asked. Malik stood beside her. "Now we live. Now we grow. It protected us. It ended the galaxy we knew." Reyna nodded and started something new. In deep space, beyond known systems, the Silent One stood on the surface of a black star, alone, still watching. Its body no longer looked. It's like just a hippo. Its skin shimmered with memories. Every attack, every voice, every war it had survived. But its eyes looked human. A small alien child on a distant moon asked her grandmother, "Will the Silent One come for us?" The old woman smiled gently. "No, child. Not if we live right. Not if we remember." Remember what? She looked at the stars. That survival is not about strength. It's about purpose. It's about knowing when to protect and when to let go. The galaxy was never the same. Some called it a god. Some called it a weapon. But the humans of Earth just called it the beast that broke the galaxy. And in breaking it, it had saved it.